Welcome once again to Lehto's Law. Here's Steve Lehto.
Interesting story out of California involving people driving, and they have those transponders in their cars to pay for what they do on the roads. And right now in Michigan, the only use of a transponder like that I'm aware of, and I have one, is one I've got in a vehicle of mine that allows me to cross the Mackinac Bridge and go through a different lane. Other people have got to line up to pay their tolls, and I get to just blast through the lane using my Mac pass. But I've been places before that use those passes, and often it's to get onto a roadway that is controlled by tolls, or sometimes it's just a particular lane in the roads that you can use if you're willing to pay more and so on. And so this story Chris sent me from abc7news.com, thousands of Bay Area drivers dispute unfair fast track charges on the Freeway express lanes. Michael Finney and Renee Curry wrote this. As Bay Area drivers emerge from the pandemic, they're seeing some new fast-track express lanes on local freeways. The lanes are only for fast-track customers, and only carpools can ride for free. So if you are a fast-track customer, you get the transponder, put it in your car, load it up with some money, you can use that lane. If you are carpooling, and they've got descriptions of what a carpool is, you get to use that lane for free. But many drivers now say they follow those rules and still find unfair charges on their fast track accounts. And drivers say it's primarily more annoying than costly. Now, the mistakes are always being made in favor of the fast track people, but apparently getting this fixed is extremely difficult. They find extra charges on their fast track bills, anywhere from 50 cents to $10. But they say those charges add up, and it's not easy to get fast track to fix the mistakes. One woman from Pleasanton says she lets her 2 kids drive to school in Concord every morning. She also drives a carpool back home. Both girls are on the softball team, and today they don't have practice, so I get to come pick them up after school. She said as she drove her daughter and a friend home from Concord. With Fast Track, they get to use the I-680 express lanes, and the ride is toll-free. At least it's supposed to be. Literally every statement I get from Fast Track, there are errors on it. So the one I got a couple days ago, they charged me an additional $10.50. Her daughter confirms it. I feel like every month there's multiple charges for the carpool lane. Now, this woman sets her Fast Track toll tag to indicate that she's got the correct number of people in the car, which I guess you can do, which tells the electronic sensors that they are a carpool and entitled to the free ride. On I-680 on the Livorno Road stretch, as few as 2 in the car qualify as a carpool. Yet this woman's fast track statements are sprinkled with extra charges, 50 cents here, $9 there, even though she was driving as a carpool in the express lanes. So I spend a lot of time corresponding with Fast Track, unfortunately. Disputing the charges can take weeks. I would send copies of my statements with my written explanation, and I would hear nothing, she said. It's just I'm playing by the rules and I'm being punished. And I just wonder how many other people are getting charged $9.50 for this and $9.50 for that, and that adds up fast. It happened to a man named Scott Lynn from Alamo. Usually for me, typically it's between $6 and $10. He used the I-680 express lane while driving his daughter's soccer team carpool, yet he kept getting charged the full toll. After the third time, I thought there's got to be something wrong with the toll reader. He was sure the electronic sensor near Stone Valley Road could not read his toll tag. He says the tag worked everywhere else. I said to the lady, I just want you guys to fix it. Well, there's nothing we can do about it. Well, that's just terrible, he said. Fast Track kept telling him he probably mounted his toll tag wrong. They're really, really tough about it when you go to fight it. A lot of times they'll say, well, your reader should be in the right location. Sometimes they give me credit, sometimes not. And I know that with the Mac Pass, to get across the Mackinac Bridge in my vehicle, there's just a little thing you stick it to your windshield. And they say you stick it to your windshield behind the rearview mirror so that it's on the glass. And if you walk at the front of the car, you can see it clearly. It's not being blocked by anything. And so I know that mine's being read because as I approach the spot where the arm is, it's going to go up and let me onto the bridge, if I'm doing it from that side, it actually shows first, and it lets me know what the balance on the cart is. And then it deducts some and opens the gate. So The problem, of course, with these, I suspect, is you're not coming to complete stop right in front of the reader. You're probably just going through, right? Finally, he stopped using the express lane altogether. I don't go over there. I don't want to deal with it, he said. Both of the people interviewed by 7 on Your Side had each contacted the TV station. So 7 on Your Side asked Fast Track if there may be problems with electronic sensors. They sent a team to investigate, but so far have no answers. Fast Track said nothing yet would definitively point to an equipment failure. Where we identify toll errors, the error rate is extremely low. That's assuming you get 100% complaints from the people who actually have this problem, and everyone's aware of the problem. Because there are probably a lot of people out there who just haven't caught it yet. Still, with millions of drivers, there are thousands of complaints. The latest data shows Fast Track received 1,900 disputes of toll charges on that corridor in just 3 months at the end of last year. One of the people that they interviewed says, if people are complaining, there's probably a real problem. The other one said, now it's become a game. How much have they overcharged me this time? Fast Track says many drivers may need to trade in their old toll tags for new ones. Toll tags run out of battery power over time, making it harder for some sensors to detect them. If you get an unfair charge, you can file a dispute. And you should also let 7 on Your Side know, because they are following up on this story. They are abc7news.com, and Michael Finney and Renee Curry wrote this. And I will admit, I don't know a lot about how that technology works. They refer to a battery. And I know that I lived briefly in a state that had toll roads, and you could buy the little transponder thing at the local supermarket. You're standing in line, and they have all the things that the impulse buys. And they had, this is the reader that lets you go out on the freeway once you've loaded it with some money, and lets you drive around on these different toll roads. And some of them don't look like they contain batteries. But again, I don't know, maybe there's a battery in there, I don't know. But the one that's on my windshield looks like it's just basically, it looks like a little circuit board with tape and glue on it, and the little circuit board type thing sticks there. It's very, very thin, very, very thin. And so the interesting thing is, if they blame this on the drivers, well, the drivers are using the technology given to them, I presume, by Fast Track. And so if you got a bunch of tolls like this and they were wrong, I suppose you could get another transponder and yank the old one out and see if that fixes it. But as this guy noted, he was getting many of the mistakes at one particular location. And that's the thing, is that a lot of these stretches of road, the transponder might get read more than once. So it's a strange case, but it like I said, if the errors are always going in favor of the state that runs the toll road, that seems to be a little unusual. Someone's going to chime in, by the way, and say, Steve, you understand that some toll roads aren't actually run by the state in the sense of who gets the money for them? Another story altogether. I've read entire books on that. I'm simply talking about who has the initial authority, whether they've assigned their profits to somebody else for a long-term payment. That's another story altogether for a different day. But right now, if you have a transponder on your car and you travel and the transponder's paying your bills along the way, you want to start checking your bills to make sure they're accurate. That's the takeaway here from abc7news.com. With thousands of Bay Area drivers disputing their unfair fast track charges on the freeway express lanes, problem appears to be getting worse lately. Chris sent me the story. Thanks a lot. Questions or comments, put them below. Let's talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Thank you for watching Lehto's Law. What did one wall say to another wall? Let's meet in the corner.